joining us for our December edition of the ExtraHop TLDR. It stands for Tiny Tim Loves Decorative Reindeer. TLDR is a gift wrap-up of what you may have missed in cybersecurity. I'm Kelsey Milligan.
Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Paul Diddy.
And I'm Justin Carter, and we're here to recap some interesting stories from cybersecurity industry leaders so that you don't have to. Everything we talk about today will be available on our blog, and we will include a link at the end of the broadcast.
Our first gift of the holiday season comes from Gartner. After 2 years of waiting, they released their 2022 NDR Market Guide, which has a ton of great information on what the NDR landscape looks like.
That's right. And if Gartner is known for anything, it's the depth and detail that they put into their marketing reports. This one is no exception, and you can pick up your copy on our resources page.
Okay, so let's shift some focus to an area that I am always down to talk about, and that is social media. This holiday season, we are starting a social media campaign to raise some funds for the nonprofit organization Girls Who Code.
Yes, and for each like, comment, and share on LinkedIn, ExtraHop will donate $5, which goes up to $10,000 to Girls Who Code. For those who don't know, Girls Who Code is on a mission to close the gender gap in technology.
And we'll include a link in this broadcast to the specific LinkedIn post where you can like, comment, and share to help Girls Who Code to change the image of what a program looks like and does. All right, so let's move on to a new segment, predictions for 2023. We asked some ExtraHop experts about what they expect to see in the next 12 months, and here are just a few highlights from our 3-part blog series, which will be available in the coming weeks. So Kelsey, get us started.
Yeah, our first one comes from our senior data scientist, Edward Wu, as he talks about the evolution of cyber attacks and how they bypass security controls. Edward says, we will continue to see attackers use non-traditional techniques to breach the perimeter, such as leveraging VPN credentials, like what we saw in the Uber hack. This is going to make it even more difficult for organizations to put all their security budget and focus on prevention. They will need to expand their focus and investment in post-breach defenses and processes.
Our next prediction is from Senior Technical Marketing Manager Jamie Moles. He discusses how we will need to rethink cloud security. Companies will continue to shift from the use of on-premise storage to the cloud. However, many of these organizations do not have a clear understanding of how cloud security differs from on-premises. Security in the cloud has to be integrated differently from the start, or else bad actors will have an opportunity to infiltrate the infrastructure and attack vulnerabilities.
And lastly, our VP of Sales Engineering in EMEA, John Titmus, has a big prediction on integrated solutions. The promise of XDR is clear. Contextualized, coordinated data helps teams streamline, prioritize, and automate work. However, the roadmap to actually getting there continues to be a challenge for organizations. In 2023, we will see more vendors embracing open frameworks to assist in the actual implementation of XDR that works for each bespoke organization. The industry has struggled with a one-size-fits-all approach to XDR, so 2023 will bring about more integrations, options, and hopefully adoption.
There you go. And these are just a few of our many expert predictions. You can check out the entire series and get more insights on the ExtraHop blog.
And now it's time for Threat of the Month. And we're ending the year with another biggie in advanced threats, LockBit.
That's right, LockBit is one of the most active ransomware as a service, or RAS, operations working today. They have consistently revamped their methods and are best known for their double extortion tactics, which puts even more pressure on their victims.
They first hit the cyber scene in 2019 as ABCD ransomware and has since become one of the most prolific groups in the past few years. In 2022, they accounted for 44% of all ransomware campaigns, according to the 2022 Interim Cyber Threat Report by Deep Instinct and InfoSecurity.
One key thing that separates LockBit from other ransomware groups is their software. In the initial offering ran through 2021, and then they released LockBit 2.0, which, in their own words, has one of the fastest and most efficient encryption methods out there.
And just when people were starting to learn how 2.0 worked, they of course released 3.0 this past June. This new malware variant uses anti-analysis techniques to hide itself from hunters. They also started a bug bounty program where they urge security researchers to submit vulnerability reports to improve their operations in exchange for cash. And it's up to $1 million.
Now, all this sounds scary, but there is good news. Their tactics and techniques can be found in the MITRE ATT&CK framework, and having detailed visibility into lateral movement can help isolate anomalies before they become a bigger problem.
They're also using known exploits and gaining access through compromised servers, which means that patching your software is incredibly important.
And as we'll discuss in a moment, there may have been a big hit to their ransomware campaign in this last month. You can learn more about LockBit and other ransomware groups by checking out our ransomware retrospective on our resources page. Now it's time to take a look at some cyber news around the internet. First up, TechCrunch reports that Canadian police have apprehended a suspect linked to the LockBit ransomware operation.
Yes, Mikhail Vasiliev was arrested in Ontario following an investigation led by the French National Military with the help of Europol's European Cybercrime Center, the FBI, and the Canadian Royal Mounted Police.
Europol described Vasiliev as one of the world's most prolific ransomware operators and was a high-value target due to his involvement in numerous high-profile ransomware cases. The EU police agency added that he is known for trying to extort victims with ransom demands between 5 and 70 million euros.
This is a huge win in the fight against ransomware, and you can read the full story on their website.
And finally, The Verge reported that password management service 1Password will roll out passkey support in early 2023, which means users will be able to securely log into apps without a password.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, passkeys are the newer login technologies designed to replace traditional passwords with device authentication, including Face ID. This allows for greater security and protection since your face is pretty hard to replicate, unless you have an identical twin.
That's right. And now it may seem a little odd that a password management company is supporting a world without passwords, but there's actually following suit behind some other very big names such as Google Chrome and iCloud Keychain.
And I think we're going to see a lot more of this going forward. Having better security and not needing to remember passwords, that's a win-win.
Yep. And that's going to do it for this month's TLDR. I'm Paul Diddy.
I'm Justin Carter.
And I'm Kelsey Milligan. And you can find all the stories we've discussed today on our blog by heading to the link below.
We'll be back next year for more stories and all things cybersecurity.
Thanks for joining us, and we hope you have a safe and happy holiday season. Bye.